In this video, we're going to be covering Vite. It is a Webpack alternative, but a very unique spin on development. Right now, some browsers, including Chrome, have native support for ESM dynamic imports modules. So basically, at the very top of your normal React files that you write, that Webpack helps compile together those import statements. Instead of needing to compile everything together to start with, we can just have the browser handle that API for us and grab the files as it needs to. So let's go ahead and get started and just jump into this, and I can show you how easy it is to set up. And what the great thing about Vite is it allows you to do so many different like JavaScript frameworks. We have vanilla, we have Vue with TypeScript, React with TypeScript, Preact, as well as lit element. I'm not exactly sure what that one is. I haven't played with that before. But let's go ahead and get started, and let's do npm, and let's start with just basically a new React app. So npm init at ViteJS/app, and then name of the app, we'll just call it tutorial. And what this will do is this will prompt us to actually select a template. So I can actually say, you know what, I'm going to select React because that's what I'm used to. We'll go cd into tutorial. One difference between like create React app when you run a command like that is that actually doesn't install all of the npm packages. So we still need to run npm install. As you can see right there, there's the steps. So if I hit npm install, wow, that was super fast, right? Not a lot to actually install, so that's really great. So now we can do npm run dev, and then we'll actually open up the dev server. Again, super fast. It took like, less than a second, milliseconds basically, just to get something simple set up for that. So let's go ahead and run the server. There it is right there. And we can actually browse the files. One thing that we can do is we can do code /a and then dot for the current directory, and that'll actually expand our folder structure, our workspace, and actually add that folder so we can look and see what's going on inside of there. So now we can go to app. We'll run this dev server again. And besides the app, this looks like a normal app that you would have. Actually, if you look at the boilerplate on the right-hand side, it kind of resembles something that you would see off of a Create React app, right? So what's really cool is like how fast this, every time you change a file, it loads and reloads and hot reloads, or fast refresh is what it's called these days. But basically, whenever I, like, for instance, copy this count and then I'll paste it right below. Let me go ahead and press this a few times. So now we have state in the browser. So fast refresh is, of course, giving you hot module reloading. So if you hit save, it loads up. We have the extra component. The state stays the same. If we wanted to split that out, if we wanted to create like a count function up here, that way they would have their own state, we can totally do that. I can just throw this right here and then pull this out right here. Go ahead and return that. Hit save, and then now we can just replace this with count. And then, of course, we could have more than one if we wanted to. So let's go ahead and add some state to that. And then I add another one. And, of course, there's another one without that state. So, again, you get hot module reloading just built into this. So besides that, let's look at how easy it is to like actually get production code out of this. Because I think that's one of the main constraints when you think about setting up something like a new package system is like, how do I actually build for production? So let's go ahead and just stop the server for now, and then we'll come to the package.json, and we'll just see, oh, well, there we go. It's all we have to do is run npm run build, and even if we wanted to preview it, just serve, right? So npm run build, and done. So let's do npm run surf and see what happens. So now on localhost 5000, so if I switch this over, this is actually the not deployed, but it's actually the built production scaffolding or source code. So if I refresh right here, you'll see that like everything's split out. It's nice, and vendor is already split out, so you're not having like all of your custom code built in with vendor. It's already done for you. So I highly suggest, if you're starting a new project right now, unless you're doing something like Next.js or some other bigger more full-on framework. If you're doing Create React app, maybe think about using Vite. It seems like it's a great alternative, and you get the developer happiness because no matter how big your directory gets, it's only updating the files that you actually change. So you're never going to run into the huge reloading issues that you get with larger apps with something like Create React app. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.